Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing my quick routine of getting ready, doing my makeup. This is the thing that I would do if I only had a few minutes. Now, I don't really necessarily have anywhere to be. I don't think most of us, I should say, don't have any place to be today. And we're probably staying home more often because of the world that we're living in. So for me, this routine is really special because when I feel like I want to lift my spirits or feel more like myself after being cooped up in the house for a while, I can come and sit in my vanity and do something super quick and feel so much better. And it just completely changes how I feel, how I approach the day. It's just something really special what makeup does for me, and I enjoy it, and I want to share that with you. So we're going to do something quick and simple. This is what I was going to do last time that I did a get ready with me, but that one was more chatty, lengthy. We talked about so many good things, and I definitely went and did more than what I initially intended to for the day. So today we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to really try because I'm in my little zone, and when I start with makeup, I don't think of anything else. My mind is completely clear, and I'm just here with you. So let's get to it. Honestly, if I can skip a step, depending on what it is, that's what I will most likely do. So I usually will skip doing primer, simple things like that, like face primers. I will skip it. So I'm going to go straight into my foundation. I like to use the rounded side of this, and I'm using my Revlon, what is it called? I keep forgetting the full name of it. It's the Photo Ready Candid foundation. This is what's in my go-to drawer, and I just kind of do very minimal around my forehead and my nose, and my chin is usually pretty good. And my problem area is my cheek. I do have a few visitors that have overstayed their welcome, so they gotta go. So I'm gonna work this here, and I've talked about this foundation so much, so I'm not gonna bore you with too many of the details anymore. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you know this is a good one. It's one that I enjoy quite a bit. And so for concealer, since I'm using my tried and true products, my two favorites are the Maybelline Age Rewind and then the Revlon, the Candid one that matches the foundation. I wear shade Fair in both of these, so I think I'm going to go for this one today. But this has really good coverage. It has a few skincare benefits to it, so it's really good. And the pointed side, come in here really quickly, and that just helps make the eyes look so much better because I've been staying up pretty late lately. Then before I work with any powders, I'm going to put a little bit of eyeshadow primer on just to kind of keep my lids looking more matte because my lids do get oily sometimes, and I use the pointed side to blend that out as well from my sponge. So this helps keep my lids looking kind of matte, and so they don't look oily or greasy as the day progresses, especially if I'm going to do like no eyeshadows today. Then to set everything that I've done, I use my number 7 powder, which you guys know I love. But one powder that I do love using is the E.L.F. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is beautiful. If you have not picked this up, pick it up and thank me later. I have it in the shade, I think it's medium, because the light just looked a little too light. So I'm going to take a touch of that on my sponge and kind of tapping off the excess, and I'm going to go right underneath the eyes because it has just the most subtle glow to it, and like I said, it's beautiful. I really enjoy. Now for the rest of my face, I like to just use like a bigger brush and just pick it up from the cap and just lightly go all over just to help give this more skin-like glow, especially if you use foundation and then you set it with powder. You want to add a little bit of luminosity, but not where it looks too dewy. You want it to look like it's just naturally your skin. And this powder does exactly that. Alright, so since I'm not going to be doing any specific eyeshadow look today, I'm going to take a little bit of that powder and go over my lids, and I'm just using a big fluffy brush. Anything will do. And this is going to go over my lids. And it takes away that mattified look from the powder, but it doesn't add color, and it doesn't add like shimmer or like a sheen. So I think it looks really nice. Again, more skin-like. So for bronzer, that's the next step. I'm going to just use what I've got here, what I most reach for often, and that's the Fenty one or the Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to use Fenty because I think I used Charlotte Tilbury last time. Constantly throughout the day, it's the Peppermint Organic Lip Balm. So good. Okay, so brows. Take my spoolie. I'm going to comb through these bad boys. These brows, I tell you, they have a mind of their own. So when I want to keep it simple, I use tinted brow gels. I have a few. The Almay Brow Styler, the Gimme Brow from Benefit, and the Milani Stay Put Brow Shaping Gel. So I'm going to show you the Almay one. I think I've used this one before. I've definitely talked about the Gimme Brow a lot. So this one is got a very, very thin brush like that. The bristles are super, super short. And this helps kind of add a little bit of color. And if you have like a fuller brow look, this is good. But if you need to fill in areas like I do, sometimes this is not enough. Like I have to really make it work. But there's some color depositing on this. I mean, you can kind of see hopefully a bit of a difference. And I got the shade, what is this? Medium brown, and it's pretty dark. I wanted one that matched my actual brow hairs as close as possible. If I'm being honest, I prefer the Gimme Brow because it not only deposits color and keeps the hold, but it also does fill in those gaps a little bit better than this does. I think because more product comes off, and I use shade 3 in this. So I may have to go with some Gimme Brow over the top. For eyes, this is something that I like to do pretty much anytime I do eyeshadows or eyeliner, and it's tight lining. But I also like to do this when I'm doing nothing around the eyes because I want to make sure that my lash line looks as thick and as dark as possible, especially since I'm going to be using a mascara that adds a lot of length, thickness, and volume. I want to make sure that all the little gaps are filled, and I feel like it makes such a difference whether you're doing eyeshadow and eyeliner or not. So I'm going to use my CoverGirl. Alright, so the final thing for the eyes is some mascara. I have almost forgotten about blush. I need to put a little bit of blush on as well, and maybe some highlights. So I'm going to go with some mascara. I think I'm definitely eating my words on this mascara. Wow, that's a lot of drama. That's some major in your face. Okay, so for the lowers, I always use my Perversion. I have a few of these little minis. One of my go-tos, tried and true, that I know I can count on is my Physicians Formula. This is the mineral wear. I also like the CoverGirl Instant Cheekers. Those are really good, super affordable. But this is the one that's been sitting on my vanity, so that's what I'm going to use. And it's just a beautiful, natural flush to the skin. And it just adds so much life back to the skin. If you can find a color that complements your skin tone and works really well, it's just life-changing. Alright, so for a little bit of highlight, just to kind of put the final touches on this look, I'm going to use my CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner, the Hyper Glow. It's a really long name for this product, in the color called Pearl Crush. This is amazing. It looks like that. Really glowy and very metallic. This can go overboard real fast if you're not careful and use the tiniest amount. So I'm going to take just one boop, right, just like that, tapping off my excess and just lightly grazing the tops of my cheekbone just to add a little bit of something to the skin, but not like bam in your face. You know, this is super light and quick. I'm going to take that through the temples, creating like a C shape. I'm going to pick up a little bit more and also tapping off the excess. Go down the center of the nose, tip of the nose, picking up a little bit more and just sweeping like this. So this brush kind of lays really nicely to add a little bit of glow. Taking a Zoeva 237 detail shader brush and adding just a touch to the inner corner to brighten the eyes and just create that more open, wide awake look. But again, easy with it because this is crazy bright and super dewy. I will never hit pan on this, I don't think. For lips, I usually just keep it pretty simple. I use lip balm like the Dr. Bronner's. I will use a gloss. If I want to do something a little bit extra today, I will take like my Revlon Beaming Strawberry Lipstick. This is the Glass Shine ones. And I would just kind of lightly tap just to get a very thin layer of color, almost as if I was creating a stain. So you guys, that is it. That is my complete look. I feel like we've done everything from brows to mascara, tight lining, highlight. We've got foundation, concealer. The skin looks glowy, fresh, and dewy. And I feel completely put together, but it's not overboard. It's not heavy. It doesn't look like a lot of makeup. It just feels light, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing 10 pounds of makeup. You know, just keeping it simple. This is really great to have a routine, I think, in my opinion, of something that's quick and easy with products that you can count on, things that you know no matter where you're going, you're going to look fabulous. So I hope that this video was helpful. I will have everything that I use listed for you below in case you're interested in any of the products that I use today. I do appreciate you for taking the time to watch, for being here. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.